Hey guys, and welcome to eBaTT tutorial. Today we're going to talk about service tactics. Often, players such as myself or yourself will find that you're completely lost after the serve.
Yeah, so we're going to just quickly show you something. You guys might feel like this sometimes in a game after you serve. And after we'll explain how you can overcome this and things you can do to improve it. So, after a lot of people serve, they serve and they don't really know what to do next, and it might feel a bit like this. Yeah, so you sort of serve and then you don't know where the ball's coming because you haven't got a plan. So we're gonna give you 3 tips on how to overcome this.
Okay guys, so tip number 1, when you're serving, having a game plan is really important. So for me, for example, I prefer to play forehand topspins in the rally. But the initial ball, after my serve, I like to play my backhand first. So how am I going to play my backhand? I want to try and get the ball going cross-court with my serve. And I want to try and keep it short, meaning bouncing twice or more on the other side. So therefore my opponent doesn't attack me, and hopefully, if you think about it logically as well, the placement, if I go cross-court, he's mainly going to come back cross-court for me. And that's what I want, so then I can get my backhand topspin in. After I get my backhand topspin, then I can look to get my forehand in. But I'm talking about the first thing on my serve is to get the ball approximately coming where I want it to come. So, let's have a little look. Sorry. Oh, it's a beautiful. Okay, so as you can see there, when we played a few serves and we went into the rallies, the serve allowed me to kind of anticipate that the ball will be coming in this zone. So if I get into a good ready position here, then I can play, hopefully, a good quality ball. Now, if I serve only there, then my opponent then starts to understand where I'm serving, and then he can manipulate the ball a bit more to his ability. He can maybe touch me short, go long here, go long there. So I need to vary my serves. But that's tactic number 1, is to try and learn. If I serve short, cross-court, most of the time the ball will go here. Let's move on to tactic number 2.
Okay, so tip number 2, chucking in a fast long serve. So if the opponent's getting used to you going short cross-court here, you can chuck in a fast one down the line to catch them out. So I'm going to demo it. Yeah? So when you want to go fast down the line, you want to be hitting the ball in this section here, because if you have your first bounce here, it's either going to go in the net or go off the end. And it's a fast action, so you really want to put it close to the line. Now, if you are doing the short ones cross-court, more than likely it's going to come back here. But if I do a fast one, 9 times out of 10, it's going to come back cross-court as well. So this will allow you to come in with a counter loop, because they're not going to be expecting it, number 1. So it's going to be more of a soft stroke, and you're catching them out. So they haven't really got time to do a nice attacking shot. And therefore you can come in with a nice counter loop and hopefully win the point.
So tip number 3 is trying to manipulate the ball to come approximately to where you want it to go. How do we do that? It's with spin. Obviously you have to practice your serve to generate spin, but if you manage to get spin, then you can start to understand where the spin will drag the ball towards once the opponent has hit the ball. So for example, if I do a left-hand side spin, Guy, can you just hold the bat for me like this? So if I do a side spin this way, you will see the ball will drag one way. If I do pure backspin, the ball will drag downwards. And if I do side spin the other way, the ball will kick the other way. So when I'm serving, I try to think, what spin am I putting on the ball? and where approximately will the ball come towards once the opponent has struck the ball. So let's have a little look. So if I do a pure side spin serve, I'm hoping that if I do this serve, the ball will come in and around this zone. Okay, so notice there I put left-hand side spin, guy returned it. Even if he tries to return it wide to my forehand, it's difficult for him to control the spin, especially if I put lots of spin. The ball comes in this zone, and then I can attack. Now, if I do it the other way around, then I can predict that the ball will approximately come to my forehand side, and then again, I can get in with my forehand. Good. And lastly, if I put heavy backspin, guy, if I do a short serve, guy will potentially just push the ball back. Now he can really go maybe anywhere, but a push is generally slower than someone flicking at you. So this gives me a bit more time to play either my backhand or forehand and not be attacked. So let's have a little look. Okay. So, over time, if you practice your serves and generate lots of spin, you can then make your opponent, or kind of manipulate your opponent to return the ball approximately to a certain zone. Now it's down to you to practice your serves, understand where you're serving, change the serves, and spin to make the ball come approximately where you wish for it to go. Enjoy. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next video. Bang.